Hello, Prem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we discussed in the previous class? So we discussed about the Terraform. What is a Terraform? Terraform is a what is Terraform? Prem?
Yes.
Yeah, Terraform is a IAC tool, right? So why we need Terraform? So we need a Terraform to build the infra. To build the infra as a code. Infrastructure IAC means infrastructure as a code. So Terraform is the IAC tools. Okay. So, so there are various types of tools that can allow you to deploy infrastructure as a code. There are various types of tools that can allow you to deploy infrastructure as a code. So what are those? Terraform. So infrastructure as a code, what are the tools? Terraform, CloudFormation, Heat, Ansible, SaltStack, Chef, Puppet, others. Okay. So Puppet, others. So configuration management versus infrastructure orchestration. So what is this? This Terraform is a infrastructure orchestration tool. Okay. So Ansible, Chef, Puppet are the configuration management tools, which means they are primarily designed to install and manage the softwares on existing servers. Okay, Terraform, CloudFormation are the infrastructure orchestration tools, which basically means they can provision the servers and the infrastructure by themselves. What is that? So, what are the IAC tools for Azure ARM tools, AWS CloudFormation? So, right. The Terraform CloudFormation are the infrastructure orchestration tools, which basically means they can provision the servers and the infrastructure by themselves. Configuration management tools can do some degree of infrastructure provisioning, but the focus here is that some tools are going to better fit for certain types of tasks. Configuration management tools can do some degree of a infrastructure provisioning, but the focus here is that some of the tools are going to better fit for certain types of tasks. So what are those? Terraform is a better bit for the infrastructure management tool. Ansible is the configuration management tool. So what is configuration management tool? Configuration management tool I will discuss later. So infrastructure as a infrastructure orchestration. So infrastructure orchestration means, so we will build the infra, we will build the infra. Okay, so now you understood. So IAC and configuration management tools are also friends because of, so once we build the Terraform, once we build the infra, right? So for example, I want to install the Java Tomcat on 100 servers. So by using Terraform, we can build the infra 100 servers, and on that 100 servers, we need to install or we need to configure the application. For example, Java Tom, our application is a Java Tomcat application. So for that application, we need to install the Java Tomcat. So Java Tomcat softwares. So who will do that automation? So, so manually we need to we need to log into each and every server and install the Java and Tomcat, right? I don't want to install each and everything. So manually I want to automate that process also. So that process is nothing but a Ansible. So Terraform only fit for the configuration, only fit for the infrastructure orchestration. That Ansible is only fit for the configuration management tools. So configuration management tools. So configuration management tools can do some degree of infrastructure provision, but the focus here is that some tools are going to better fit for certain types of tasks. Some tools are going for better fit for certain types of tasks. This one, Terraform, is fit for the build the infra orchestration tool. So configuration management tool is for fit for the configuring the applications. Here you see, for example, what is the extension for the Terraform .tf? .tf is nothing but a Terraform file. So this is the first Terraform file. This is the a Terraform file. This Terraform file, by using the Terraform file, if you use the Terraform software, so we can create the EC2 instance, create a new EC2 instance, running EC2 instance. Once we in EC2 is running, Terraform inform to Ansible, Ansible configure, install and configure the application. Okay. Now we understood. So IAC and configuration management tools are so friends. Now we understood.
Yes, sir.
So Terraform supports multiple platforms and hundreds of overheads. Simple configuration language and faster learning curve. So easy integration with configuration management tool like Ansible, easily extensible with the help of plugins. So Terraform supports multiple platforms and hundreds of providers. So multiple platforms and hundreds of providers, simple configuration language and faster learning curve, easy integration with the configuration management tool like Ansible, easily extensible with the help of plugins. So installing the Terraform, how you can install the Terraform? So overview of the installation process. We started, yeah. Okay, so the Terraform installation is very simple. You have a single binary file, download it and use it. So no need to install anything, just it's a binary file, download it and install it. Just download it and install it. So supported platform, what are the supported platform for the Terraform? Terraform works on multiple platforms. These includes Windows, Mac OS, Linux, FreeBSD, OpenBSD and Solaris. How you can download? So what is the documentation? So what is the official website for the Terraform? So terraform.io, registry.io is the official website for the, what is that? Registry.terraform.io is the website for the Terraform. So this is the website for the Terraform. Who developed this Terraform language? HashiCorp. Now you understood? So HashiCorp is the provided, created the HashiCorp Terraform. Okay, set up the lab. How to set up the lab? So create a new AWS account. You have already AWS account. So bring the course first EC2 instance with Terraform. Let's learn the Terraform. Launching first EC2 instance via Terraform. If you want to launch a resource in AWS, if you want to launch resources. So what we will call it in Terraform language. A resource is a service. What is that? A resource is a
service.
what are the services are there in AWS?
EC2 S3.
EC2 S3, right? So we want to launch the EC2 service. We want to launch S3 service. We want to launch IAM service through Terraform, through code. How you can do it? You can do it via Terraform. So if you want to launch a resource in AWS, resource is nothing but a provider, service. There are three important considerations. One is how will you authenticate to AWS? Through Terraform, right? Through Terraform means you are running, so you are running the commands in the, CLI. So how you can authenticate with the AWS? How you can authenticate with the AWS, Prem?
Using CLI.
Using CLI, yes. So how we can authenticate? So manually you are connecting
Access
to the
key.
console. Very good. So how will you authenticate to AWS? Access key and secret key. Which region the resource need to be launched? For example, EC2 resource need to be launched on which region? So in which region you want to launch the resource? For example, EC2 in North Virginia, US East 1, North California, any region. For example, APAC region, MR region, MEA region, right? So which region the resource need to be launched? Which resource you want to launch? Which resource you want to launch? You want to launch EC2 instance, EC2 service, or you want to launch S3 service, or you want to launch IAM service, right? Which resources you want to launch? Launch EC2 instances. No auth, no launch. What you want? We need a authentication. So by using secret key and access key, we can authenticate. Okay. So this is the first EC2.tf. What is that? First EC2.tf. In the first EC2.tf, we need to create the code. What is that? Provider. Which provider in which provider we are trying to launch the EC2 instance? AWS provider. In which region you want to launch the instance? So how we can authenticate? We can authenticate with access key and secret key. So what are the resources? A resource is nothing but a service in the AWS. So AWS instance, AWS underscore is the resource. AWS underscore is the resource. So you can give the resource name. What is the service name? My EC2 instance. You will provide the AMI. AMI is the unique ID. So and instance type. And the instance type. So how we will get these resources? There is a one official documentation. What is that? Registry.terraform.io. In the terraform.io, they will provide the resources for each and every provider. They will provide the resources for each and every provider. What are those resources? Yeah. So what is this? Browse providers. Which provider you want to launch the instances? You want to use which provider? For example, AWS or Azure or Google Cloud Platform or Kubernetes or Alibaba or Oracle Cloud, right? So so we can we can take any one of the provider. For example, ours is AWS, right? So this is the AWS. So in the AWS, you need to go to the documentation. If you click the documentation, right, the provider, use provider. So what are the providers? So this is the provider. How to use this provider? To install any provider, to install this provider, copy and paste this code into your Terraform configuration, then Terraform init. So what is this? So Terraform 0.13 plus onwards. So we are using the version of AWS is 5.90. So what are the latest versions? You see, these all are the latest versions. So this is the a provider plugin, right? And resources. These all are the resources, right? So which resources you want to launch? EC2. EC2 is the Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, this is the EC2. These all are the resources. So which resource you want to launch? EC2 instance. EC2 underscore instance. This is the resource. So if you click this resource, right, it will automatically give the a block, the code block, right? Resource AWS underscore instance. This AMI instance type we are creating, right? So this is the resource. This is the resource options. Now you understood? So they will provide the each and every resources. For example, S3. What is that? So which resources you want to launch? IAM. You want to launch the IAM resource. Okay. Identity and access management. IAM access key. You want to create access key or secret key. IAM account alias. Okay. You want to create the group policy. IAM role, IAM policy, group, IAM user. If you want to create IAM user, you can directly use the IAM user. IAM as the user. Okay. So these all are the resource. A resource is nothing but a service in AWS. If you use this resource, if you want to launch the service, you can use the resources. Is understood? Prem, understood?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So, so important learning, something like each provider has resources divided into multiple categories. Each provider has resources. What are those resources? AWS underscore instance, IAM user, IAM underscore user. These all are the resources. Each provider has resources divided into multiple categories. Resources require certain set of arguments based on the use case. Resources require certain set of arguments based on the use case. Okay. So providers under resources. So what are the providers? Terraform supports multiple providers depending upon the what type of infrastructure we want to launch. So we have to use appropriate providers accordingly. So we want to use appropriate providers accordingly. Okay. So upon adding the provider, it is important to run the Terraform init, which in turn will download the plugins associated with the each provider. Okay, Terraform init. So then which resource you want to install? So resources are the references to the individual services which the provider has to offer, AWS resource, AWS underscore instance, AWS underscore ALB, IAM user, digital version doublet. So how you can create the resource? This is the function for the resource AWS underscore instance, my EC2 instance, AMI, and instance type. Okay, guys, understood? Where is that other one here? Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Yeah. So what is that? You need to download the, yeah. So how you can write the code? How you can write our code? Right, we need to write the code for the Terraform to build the infra. So what we need any one of the IDE. What is that? IDE. So what is that? IDE. So what is IDE? IDE is nothing but integrated. IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. So IDE is nothing but integrated development environment. Understood? Okay. So IDE. So for example, initially, so when the languages start, right? The language starts from C, C, COBOL, right? C, C++, Java, .NET. So how they are writing their code? How they are writing their code. They are writing the code in the initially notepad. Okay, notepad. And so if you write the code, right, it will be very difficult to debug the code. Debug the code or error rectifying is very difficult. Then another IDE came into the picture, Notepad++. What is that? Notepad++. Somehow it resolves the error. Somehow it resolves the error, but we need a so ID came into picture, something like a Visual Studio Code. What are the ideas are there? Atom, VS Code from Microsoft, and Eclipse. What is that? Eclipse IDE. So a few of the IDEs are there. First of all, what is a IDE? IDE is nothing but a integrated development. So IDE, what is IDE? IDE is nothing but a integrated. So IDE is nothing but an integrated development environment. It is a software application that provides a comprehensive workspace for the developer, combining tools like a code editor, build automation tools, debugger into the single interface. These all are the IDE tools. These all are the IDE tools. And IDE is integrated development environment, is a software application that provides a comprehensive workspace for developers, combining like tools, editors, and automation tools and debuggers and a single interface. Okay. Okay, ID something like VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this is one type of ID. Why? Because of they included the extensions. For example, so if you want to run the Terraform, right? So there is a Terraform extension. So there is a Terraform software is included here. So if you write any, for example, code, if you want to write a file, new file, text built-in file, open a folder. Yeah, I'm creating a folder here, something like AWS DevOps 53. For example, I created a folder here. Select the folder. Now write AWS DevOps. Here I'm creating a new file. For example, here, yes, trust. So here I'm creating a new file. You see, new file, new folder or something like a new file. So what is that folder? My ec2.tf. If you see, so once I create the tf, right, it will be automatically showing it is a Terraform file. So once you create it, right, something like a provider, so it will automatically showing it will automatically open the branches. So AWS. So what are the providers? Region equal to US East 1. So region secret underscore key, access key will provide it in the access key, right? So this is the access key and secret key. You see, it's automatically creating your, and it will show the errors also. It will show how many errors we have. So we have one error. Okay, it will show the errors also. It will show the errors also, right? If you see, the errors will be increased. Now you understood? So region, access key, secret key, right? So it will automatically show why it is showing one error. Yeah, so we need to provide the access key and the secret key. Okay, so this is the how you this the so ID means it will automatically inbuilt, it will automatically provided the plugins and everything. So provides and plugins, right? Understood. It's like the features of a code editor, build automation tool, debugger, version control integration, project management. So everything will be they included in the one IDE. So which IDE you want to download? You want to download the VS Code. So VS Code IDE and install. And next, what is that? Terraform binary file. You can download the Terraform binary file and add it in the environment variable. Environment variable. Okay. Now we understood. So why IDE? Have you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Yeah. How to download the software? How to download and install it, right? Just go to the registry.r, download Terraform. What is that? Download Terraform. So install Terraform. So yeah, so it will be Windows for Windows. This is for Linux. This is for FreeBSD. This Solaris. So these all are the. So this is for a Mac. So I want to download it for the Windows, right? Just click it. It will automatically download. Yeah. So a zip file is downloaded. Just extract this zip file. Hello? మాట్లాడాను కాకపోయినా yeah. So this is the Terraform file, right? Copy this file and go to the program files. We have a two types of program files, right? Program files x86 and program files. So in this program files, so you can create your you can create a something like a folder, and you can paste it the binary file. You can paste it the binary file, and this binary file, right? You can copy this. You can copy this binary file and set the environment variable. So click the system environment variable, and click the path here and edit. So here, so Terraform, so just so what you can create a new and add it. So delete this one. Yeah. So this is the Terraform. So Terraform path. Okay. And okay. Okay. Now right. The Terraform is the binary file is just you just added, you just copied in the program files. Now you can go to the CMD, right? Or else you can what you can do, you can install the Git also here. You can install the Git. What is that? Git download and install. So why we need, if you install the Git, right, it will give the Git bash. What is that? Git bash is nothing but a, so we can run the Linux commands. Okay. So we can run the Linux commands. Okay. You see here. So go to the terminal, new terminal. So you see it will open the terminal, but the terminal is PowerShell, right? I don't want a personal PowerShell. I want a Git bash. Now, so it opens the Git bash. It opens the Git bash. Something like a Git Terraform version. So Terraform version. Yeah, you see. So Terraform 1.1, 1.98 is installed. Or in the CMD also you can click Terraform version. It will list the Terraform version and Terraform. Just click the Terraform. It will open the commands. So if you see these commands, right, the Terraform is, so the Terraform is working fine. The Terraform is working fine. So the available commands for execution are listed below. The primary workflow commands are given first, followed by less common or more advanced commands. So main commands are init, validate, plan, apply, and destroy. So what are the commands? Yesterday I told you, right? So what are the commands? The commands are init, validate, plan, apply, destroy. So Terraform init, so Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. Apply is nothing but a creating the resources. Destroy is nothing but a terminating the resources. Destroy is nothing but a terminating the resources. So what is init? So prepare your working directory for the other commands. It will be initializing. It will communicate with the AWS through the access key and secret key, and we can do it. So we can do it apply, destroy, or plan. So validate is nothing but to check the configuration is valid or not. Plan is nothing but to show the changes required to the current configuration. I said, right, blueprint. So apply is nothing but to create or update the infrastructure. Destroy is nothing but to destroy previously created infrastructure. So all other commands, what are the all other commands? The other commands are nothing but, so console, format, force unlock, get, graph, import, login, logout, metadata, output, providers, refresh, show, state, time, test, untimed, version, workspace. So these all are the other commands. So login is nothing but obtain, save the credentials for the remote host, logout and metadata, output, it will show the output, and show is nothing but to show the current state. State is nothing but advanced statement. and the taint is nothing but a marked as a resource instance as a not fully functional text untained version workspace. These all are the other commands. What are the most important commands? The main commands. The main commands are Terraform, init Terraform. What are the commands?
Validate, plan, apply,
Yes, very good.
destroy.
Very good. So what are those? The commands are, so these are the commands, right? So what these are? These are the commands. Okay. So what is the command? The command is Terraform init. So Terraform init, right? So Terraform is nothing but a prepare your working directory for the commands. So next one is a validate. So validate Terraform validate. Check whether the configuration is valid or not. So this is the command Terraform validate. So Terraform plan. What is that? Terraform plan. Show the changes required by the current configuration. It will shows the required current configuration. Okay. The next command is Terraform apply to create update the infrastructure. Okay. So what is that? Terraform destroy. Destroy the previously created infrastructure. What is that? Terraform destroy. Right. So Terraform init, Terraform validate, Terraform plan, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy. Terraform destroy. Guys understood? So these are the commands. What is that? Terraform init is nothing but initializing. Terraform validate is nothing but a validation. Terraform plan is nothing but it's a blueprint of which resources need to be creating. Terraform apply is nothing but it will apply the Terraform. It will apply the resources. Okay. So Terraform destroy is nothing but to destroy the application. Guys understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll show you how to create a. So meanwhile, you know what is the task you can create a. The task is nothing but a create a IAM user Terraform. Okay. So what is that? So create a IAM user Terraform and add it in the group DevOps. Create a DevOps groups also. attach policy something like admin policy, administrator policy. Okay. And create a access key and secret key. Okay. This is the task for you. Okay. So what is the task? Task is, so this is the task. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Understood? Mm. So we'll take from tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.